Hello ladies and gentlemen to the Capability Advisor web assessment tool. Version 9.2 is releasing and I'm here today to show you the ins and outs of the new changes. So let's dive right into it. First and foremost, I want to show you a small but rather impactful change. Let's log into the organization view and look at our assessment list by going Edit Assessment. You might notice there's now 3 categories and these will help you find the assessments you need faster. We have open assessments, which are the ones that have started or are about to start in the future and have not ended yet as of today. Then there's prior assessments, which have ended as of yesterday, kind of. And then there's the closed assessments, which are regardless of their dates or the schedule, have been set to read only, which we consider closed. So this will help you find the assessments you might need to edit faster, because usually the ones that are about to start or have already started are the ones you want to edit. And there's also the option to just type, for example, release, to filter assessments by name and or project name. So if I type release, all the assessments are hidden except for those with release in their title or release in their project name. I think this is a great change and I hope it helps you too. Next up, exporting as an organization user. We have this little view now with all your assessments, which will get incorporated into the Edit Assessment view in the future. You can now generate CAAF exports as an organization user. We realize that some users that often deal with import-export run into the problem of having to contact either an assessor to get them the export file or having to add themselves as an assessor to the project, get the export file, and then remove themselves again. And so we created this little function or this little view where you can just click any assessment and it says loading, and it generates my CAAF file for importing and or sending to other servers that are where people using the Capability Advisor. So I think those that are dealing with CAAF export import on the regular will very much appreciate this feature. And lastly, before I transition into the assessor view, I want to show you the organization side of this feature. If you're inserting an assessment and you're choosing a PAM with a safety relevance, you get another set of options, the safety rating options, which say only SPICE, only safety and SPICE. And what this means for the assessor, we will look in just a second. All right, I have logged in as an assessor and chosen my release video 9.2 assessment. And as you can see, we have now 2 rating bars, one denoted with an exclamation mark, which denotes safety, one with SPICE, which denotes the A-SPICE rating. So now as an assessor, if you set up your assessment as safety and SPICE, you can do both ratings at the same time. So for example, if there's some safety relevant things that will impact the rating but wouldn't impact in a normal A-SPICE setting, you can downrate the safety rating and still leave your SPICE rating at F. For example, like I did for SoftwareOne BP1, its SPICE rating is F, but the safety rating is L. This is only the first step though. Of course, we have to have in the overview showcase of the safety ratings and the A-SPICE ratings. Again, same thing, this little triangle with the exclamation mark denoting the safety rating. Same goes for calculation. As you can see, SoftwareOne, we have 2 people rating and both have rated safety relevant or safety ratings. So the calculation does the attributes for A-SPICE and safety split. And also, of course, in consolidation, you can see again, denoted by the triangle with the exclamation mark, safety ratings and normal A-SPICE ratings side to side. Of course, the same is true for exports. So if I generate a Word report, for example, this one will go real quick. There we go. I can scroll down in my Word report and I can see level chart, split, A-SPICE, safety, attribute satisfaction table, split ASPICE safety rating matrices, ASPICE safety, and same is true for the detailed ratings. So we have split the ratings of ASPICE and safety relevant ratings for everything. Same is true for the Excel export, for PowerPoint, for PDF, and of course the CAF export supports this as well. So if you export an assessment like this and re-import it somewhere else, the same settings, if it's only SPICE, only safety, or safety and ASPICE, will be set and all your ratings will be there. Speaking of different settings, I have now selected the Release Video 9.2 safety assessment. For example, for the MAN 3 BP1, there will be no change whatever setting you choose. If it's both, if it's only ASPICE, if it's only safety. MAN 3 is only ASPICE relevant, so you only get one rating bar. But if I go to Software One, for example, I have chosen for this only safety, and now I get only the safety rating option. And the overview looks like you expect it to. MAN 3, normal ratings, Software One denoted as safety relevant. And for the last big change, the evidence workflow improvement. I was just rating Software One, so to speak, and I go to Evidences, add new evidence, and it's already pre-selecting Software One, so I want to link this, and now I get this little button matrix where I can just select level 1, and then I can do a few things of level 2, and I can do a few practices of level 3, and I have a title and some blah blah for the description and a link, and I click add, new evidence created, I can go back. And so this is very convenient. I can of course edit this same view, and the big thing comes in if I go to the next process. I do rate and I get shown an evidence, and they say, oh, okay, we've already shown this. When you go to your evidences, you click edit, and Software 2 is already selected. You just click add process. You don't have to look at it in the list. And the same is if I go back. I should probably save a few practices. Give me just a second. I can bulk add these as well. So I have now a few practices and processes linked. And if I, for example, go to Software One again, and I go to Evidences and I click Edit, you will see Software One is on top because I was just in Software One. All the others are kind of filtered to the bottom. And I figure if I go sub 8, and I open my evidence again, now sub 8 is on top. So not only does it pre-select the practice the process I was just rating in the add processes list, but it also does the filtering in this little search bar here to get me the process that I'm currently interviewing according to my UI at least to the top, so I can go, we've missed a few base practices, for example. I can hit save, and now if I go here, look at my notes, I have my evidence ready under evidences. And that is it. Version 9.2 is releasing a very compact and impactful version. A few changes that I haven't mentioned. For example, there's a data extension for Power BI, so we have now more data available to Power BI. We have some bug fixes, of course. We've moved the calculation to the tab UI, but nothing worth mentioning or showing extensively. So you'll have to find out for yourselves how you like the new version. And I, for myself, am looking forward to distributing it to the community. A few smaller things have changed, of course, but nothing version mentioned. And lastly, the evidence workflow improve.